6120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
To celebrate the return of football, DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is giving all users a no-brainer to start the season. Have you ever heard of a football team losing by 100 points? Well, for Week 1, DraftKings Sportsbook has moved the spread to Kansas City plus 101 points for all users. So, even if Kansas City loses in historic fashion by 100 points, you would still cash your bet. That's a no-brainer. Plus, DraftKings is giving away up to $100 million in prizes to all users who enter their free football survivor pool. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code WLCL to take advantage of this no-brainer of an offer. That's code WLCL to get in on all the action. For a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Indiana only. Other terms and conditions and restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Time now for an ESPN Louisville Sports Center update.
Good morning, I'm Brian Hall. The Sports Center update brought to you by Which Wich. Get the ESPN Louisville special, a large Wich for only $6.80. Which Wich, superior sandwiches. The University of Louisville men's basketball team picked up a big commitment yesterday in the 2021 class, and it comes from four-star small forward Michael James out of Orlando, Florida. James is listed at 6'6" and chose the Cards over offers from Alabama, Arkansas, Cincinnati, North Carolina State, Oklahoma State, Texas A&M, Virginia Tech, and Wake Forest. James' rank among the class is scattered anywhere from 70 to 106, depending upon what recruiting service you look at. Also in recruiting news, a local recruit out of Sellersburg, Indiana, three-star forward Cooper Jacoby chose Toledo yesterday. Also in college basketball news, the ACC coaches have proposed that the 2021 NCAA tournament include every Division I program, which would include over 350 programs. All the ACC coaches voted in favor, and it will now be presented to the NCAA. Sports Illustrated's Pat Forty joined our very own Andy Sweeney on the take yesterday, and he said he doesn't expect it to happen, but he likes the idea.
After the debacle of last year and after what this season is probably going to be in terms of lack of structure, lack of ability to play a full schedule, lack of being able to even schedule decent non-conference games, that sort of thing, how are you going to pick the right 68? So let's not pick them. Let's let everybody in and seed them and throw them out there.
You can catch that full interview at ESPNLouisville.com. Moving on to college football, we are now 2 days away from the University of Louisville kicking off the season against Western Kentucky. And again, Pat Forty had some things to say about that, as he thinks Louisville might be a dark horse to make the ACC championship.
I like their positioning. I think
I can't lie. I felt bad for him when he tried to throw it to the coach.
Obviously, the run defense has to be much better than it was last year when they were just getting trampled by some teams. But you give them a year to work on it, it should be better. So I right now, I like their Louisville's chances to be maybe even better than that fourth best team in the league.
So I give you the two turnovers.
To be the second best.
On Saturday, our pregame coverage for that game will begin right here on 93.9 The Ville at 6 p.m.
I'm glad they
following the
did
game,
go
we'll have the
overtime
postgame show. Yesterday, Jefferson County released their plan to host fans at high school sporting events this fall.
So what's the
capacity
series?
To about 20%, with no general admission tickets being sold.
Is it 3-3?
Players will be given an allotment of tickets that they can give to friends and family. Moving on to Major League Baseball, the Cincinnati Reds bounced back last night with a 3-0 shutout of the Chicago Cubs, with Trevor Bauer leading the way. The Reds and the Cubs will be back in action tonight at 8:15. Moving on to the NFL, the season is finally set to begin tonight as the Kansas City Chiefs will take on the Houston Texans, and we'll have that coverage for you on our sister station, ESPN 680. And last but certainly not least, just a reminder, if you've missed any of your favorite ESPN Louisville shows, you can check out the podcast center at ESPNLouisville.com. Keep it locked here. Middays with Marcus Maben is next. This is SportsCenter.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's middays with Marcus Baby. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Speaking of my Adidas End Zone. Beautiful, beautiful place. I can't believe 1 year later we're in pandemic status. But Steve, let's have the attendance conversation. Let's have the Adidas End Zone conversation. What's the vibe right now as far as excitement to get back into the arena? Because here's the thing. I don't want the attendance conversation to turn into gotcha games, I told you so games, or narrative spinning, just energy wise. Like if you could just leave it to what you think fan pulse is, what you think concern risk reward pulse is when we talk about attendance at the Carter Stadium. Right. So does this one feel like more of a does this okay. Listen, it's our job to give the pulse. Right. Here's the other problem too. Here's the other problem. You can't you can't imagine what the place would be like until you see video of the place. You know, you can't imagine, you can't force yourself to picture an environment that could be fun when you've been bombarded. Absolutely. But listen, I'm telling you, this is week 3 or 4 of Marcus Maben COVID era. You're not gonna turn the world into you know what creeps me out? What really creeps me out, Steve? And it creeped me out before COVID, but my creeps and reality are coming closer and closer together when I realize people aren't able to separate these two ideas. Something I don't like, and this is a personal thing. Don't call me crazy. It's crazy though, Steve. And you're gonna agree. And here's the thing: you're gonna agree with me. You're gonna say it doesn't bother me right now, but you're gonna understand why it creeps me out. When you go into Walmart, right? And when you start listening to that overhead or that please stay 6 feet away from the next customer. And then you realize you've been in Walmart 20 minutes and you keep hearing that. Hi, we want your shopping experience to be pleasurable. Do not look to the left or the right. Stay in line and move straight at a comfortable speed. You know what I'm saying? And you realize you're just hearing this futuristic world where nobody is allowed to come within 6 feet of each other, and everybody's just listening to these constant instructions being, being calmly, manipulated into your brain, right? And so you don't even notice it, right? But sometimes you just realize you've been in here 20 minutes getting directions from a lady over the intercom, and they're all just it just once I started paying attention, it just got creepier and creepier, right? So people's minds right now are in almost like the hazmat suit thing. Like people's brains, I think right now, it's almost like this first game is kind of, I don't want to use this phrase, but yeah, I think people are waiting to see what it's going to look like first. Mm-hmm. Right, right. No, kind of like a bowl game look, like a one of the back end bowl games. Yeah, right. Yeah, and it is, remember, it is Saturday night, and we as a fan base are a little finicky. But here's the thing: I'm having this conversation because I didn't want to say 12,000 was going to be good or 8,000 was going to be bad or anything like that. Like, this is so experimental. I'm just approaching it from the psychology or the psychological aspect, and I'm trying to match is what I think it's going to look like versus what it will probably actually look like. But again, when I think line, 6 feet spread line, temperature scanner, like you said, 20 rows between me and, like, even if I go with somebody, like, you get what I'm saying? Like reality versus what it might feel like. And again, this goes back to what we've been saying as far as listening to what the protocols sound like. When you're getting bombarded with protocols and you can't do it because this, and this, but when you start doing the math, you're like, no, like, to all your CDC guidelines, all your guidelines. That's why the original, 18,000 was according to the guidelines. This is a safe, this is a safe event. You know what I'm saying? And then when you squeeze it from 18 to 12, it's like, whoa, like was 18 going overboard? Like, what made it go to 20? What made it go to 12? You know what I'm saying? So I just think right now, just there's a lot of that, and it's still just some holding breath, right? But I will say this: I determine a lot of core fan base behavior by my boy Dwayne Edlin, and he got a ticket. And I probably shouldn't be calling him out like this, but he got a ticket. And he's pumped. You know what I'm saying? He's just straight, look, I don't care who's in there. I am in there. You know what I'm saying? I am in there to get, again, and I think he's more of the super appreciative that we even pulled this off as a school. My school did what they had to do to safely, keep the program. Don't make me say this, Steve. Do you know how close it was to not happening? Do you know how much of the steering wheel Vince Tyree grabbed and Nilly Bendapudi grabbed to keep this train on the track? I saw attempted criticism at Vince Tyree's conversation about attendance. And it's like, if you appreciate how tough his task was to keep a football season, to keep a university on track during this level of pandemic. And listen, ACC, he took the steering wheel. Would you agree with that? I mean, Vince has skyrocketed up the ACC food chain, right? Through his, through his assertiveness, right? So if you're sitting waiting to criticize, like he's been doing this for the last 6 months. What did they say? Every Wednesday, Coach Mack who released a statement? Every Wednesday for the last, 6 months or 6 weeks, we've been working on plans to move. Yeah, right. So to get at this point, we're talking about meeting upon meeting upon meeting with doctors, with conference commissioners, with NCAAs, with staffs, with still your local sports staffs. All of this to get to Saturday. What's Saturday's the 12th, right? Yeah, to get to Saturday. And like I said, I will probably be, again, separate myself from Louisville fan and just say, okay, I'm sitting on this porch watching disaster, right? I'm watching people run up and down the street in panic and chaos, and I'm watching people, run all different directions. And then I watch somebody get a bullhorn, and get people under control and get people, lined up, to where, and not in a forceful way. Let's get together. Let's get a plan together. I watch this guy execute this plan and get us here. I'm going to be hypersensitive as a spectator of people criticizing that dude. Yeah, I'm going to say, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, that guy hasn't proved to you that he has great intentions as far as keeping a university rolling, keeping a sports program rolling. Like, what are you saying here? So yeah, I'd probably go ahead.
Love getting prices that are lower than low on backyard favorites like grill-ready hamburgers and fresh-picked strawberries? Then shop at Kroger. We give you more ways to save on the fresh you love with tools like the Kroger app, where you can find personalized coupons on top of weekly sales. Plus, rewards like fuel points, giving you prices that are lower than the everyday low. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Have you been in a car wreck? Insurance companies can be really tough to deal with on your own. I'm Sam Aguiar, and our team is here to help. We have been fortunate enough to represent thousands of people from Kentucky communities, and we would love to speak with you about your potential case. Our team loves what we do. The consultation for you is free, and we don't charge you anything unless we win the case for you. So come be a part of our team. Our phone number is easy, 502-888-8888. 502-888-8888.
I'm Tom Shane. Our team at Shane Company is so welcoming, you'll feel like you're shopping with a friend. You can ask us anything.
Hi, I'm Brady, a Shane Company jewelry consultant. Recently, a customer told me he wanted to get his girlfriend an engagement ring that would make her jaw drop. A ring that didn't look like anyone else's ring. I asked him if he had ever considered a sapphire for the center stone. A colorful sapphire will really make her ring stand out. At Shane Company, we're famous for our natural sapphires. We have over a dozen colors: peach, green, lavender, black, 3 shades of blue, and more, in every shape and size imaginable. Handpicked by Tom Shane himself.
In Bangkok, after choosing only the most beautiful sapphires, I determined how each one should be cut to maximize its life and fire.
They're the most beautiful sapphires you can find.
Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and Shaneco.com.
GE Appliance Park is now hiring full-time positions, and for a limited time, second shift new hires are eligible for a $500 incentive. Apply today at makeitathepark.com. GE Appliances. We make good things for life.
Hey, it's Greeny, and Thursday is a holiday. It is the start of the football season, one that we worried we might not see. I've got all my predictions. In fact, I'll tell you who's going to win the Super Bowl. That's Thursday with me, Greeny.
Catch Greeny from 12 to 2 p.m. on 93.9 The Ville. Hey guys, golfing season is back, and what better way to celebrate than with a round at Wooded View Golf Course in Clarksville. Located just minutes from downtown Louisville off Veterans Parkway and I-65, Wooded View Golf Course is convenient and affordable. Wooded View also features a pro shop, lounge, and an outdoor patio to relax for before and after your round. Schedule your tee time today at woodedviewgc.com. Again, that's woodedviewgc.com.
Patty Ice here. Coming up today on The Drive with Mark Guinness is a jam-packed show talking everything football as the Cards return to the gridiron Saturday and the NFL returns tonight. We'll hear from football luminary Mark Richt at 3:40. He thinks Mikael Cunningham is a dark horse for ACC Player of the Year. We'll discuss expectations for Lamar and the Ravens, and of course, get you ready for Louisville's matchup with Western Kentucky. Once again, you can catch all that and more coming up on The Drive with Mark Guinness on 93.9 The Ville.
This weekend, it's the Genesis
Benji
Diamond
is
Superstar
a
Takeover event.
Bob
Genesis
Marley
brings together
snob.
the top 2 bridal designers in the world, Tacori and Baraggio, each showcasing thousands of their spectacular, never-before-seen rings on the Genesis stage. It's 3 days only, Friday, Saturday, and yes, even open Sunday for this unprecedented bridal event. Tacori and Baraggio, the Louis Vuitton and Gucci of bridal designers, in a head-to-head matchup. See thousands of new, innovative, stylish rings with breathtaking detail and craftsmanship. These are the designers every woman wants. Tacori and Baraggio. Most jewelers can't even offer them, but Genesis has them both with their entire collections at the same time. And we're breaking all the rules for this event with special pricing, zero interest financing, and thousands of dollars in free gift cards with any Tacori or Baraggio purchase. Don't miss the Superstar Takeover event featuring the best of the best, Tacori and Baraggio together for one spectacular event this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only, and only at Genesis Diamond, Shelbyville Road Plaza.
Sports in Kentucky are back, and as we cheer on the Cards and the Cats, we hope you're ready to talk some trash, actual trash, with Rumpke Waste and Recycling. For nearly 90 years, Rumpke has been keeping communities clean and green with friendly, reliable waste disposable services. From residential and commercial collection to special events, Rumpke is your local waste and recycling provider. Experience the Rumpke difference today at rumpke.com.
Hey Louisville, this is Lamar Jackson, and you're listening to the Ravens Radio Network on 93.9 The Ville.
Once again, ESPN Louisville is your home for Lamar Jackson and Baltimore Ravens football. The Ravens kick off the 2020 season taking on the Browns, and the only place in Louisville to hear every snap is right here on 93.9 The Ville. Pre-game coverage begins at 12:30 with kickoff at 1. Live play-by-play of Lamar and the Ravens is presented by Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life, and Molly Malone's, the official Lamar bar all season long.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC
Okay, quick
Services
mute, y'all.
studio.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's middays with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. People, temperature control is one of the most important luxuries in modern day life. If you agree with this statement, then DFH is the company for you. Simply call 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Also, when you call DFH, you can ask them about their Mitsubishi mini split for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222, or you can look them up online at dfhcompany.com. So, Steve, I sent you a message on Facebook this morning. Did you get it? Did you look at it? I figured you wouldn't. It's not a very big deal, but I wanted you just to see it so you to be able to answer this question. 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. There's a video, people. I believe Kanye West is doing the recording. He is watching the basketball game on a 100-foot screen, right? And we're talking about not projector type. It looks crystal clear. HD 100. There's a man. Okay. Just for people to give people an image, if they're not able to be near a computer screen. Kanye West is like probably sitting, he's sitting a ways back. There's a guy standing next to the screen during the game. The players are a little bit bigger than him. And the guy says, man, I feel like they get ready to pass me the ball or something. right? And it literally looks like he's one of the characters on the television, like size wise, right? I'm watching that and I'm like, what if I could watch one event on that screen? What would it be? Because I mean, I'm watching that video and I'm like, this is why I am not like overly wealthy, right? This is why I'm not overly wealthy. I'm actually broke, but what I mean by that is no, I mean I can go make some money. I'm just we just yes. So here's the thing: when I see that, I'm like, this is why. If you make multi-millionaire Marcus Maben and you give him options like screens like this, like I'm gonna lose my mind, Steve. Does that make sense? Like I just know I could not handle that level of fun. Right? That's the question. I asked the question, Steve. You don't get to steal the question. I asked you first. No, I asked you first. Oh. First of all, I want to call you a cheater because you changed the rules. I see you know what Crean is. Listen, you use this reference all the time. Your cloak, invisible armor guy. You hear me? Yeah. Right? Yeah, you can't cheat. Like you can't bring in paper rock scissors and invisible scissors. I'm listening. Okay, so you're just a Final Four. If you one event though, I don't know if I would waste it on a Final Four. What could I watch on the screen? It doesn't have to be. Um. So you don't know if it would be a sports event or it would totally be a sports event. I think I got it. Okay, okay. Oh man. Oh man. I know. I'm listening. Okay, judging by your emotion, what Louisville Duke? I got. Mm. Windows. Hmm. Okay. Because she had the Wi-Fi from that time she came in and did the night show with us. Who I did see a meme one time that said if you think it was like one of those women, if you think your man's cheating with a girl, like drive by and see if his phone hooks up to her Wi-Fi. No, she plugged up the Wi-Fi last time she came to the studio. Max lasts forever. Oh, killed all my theories. Yeah, I was gonna say, well, she's sheep. Right. Literally. Oh, this is this is where I was gonna go, and it's just one of the worst self-indulgent things I'll probably ever say. Like the channel, or no? Yeah. By the way, speaking of process, this was nature bringing him onto this show for this 40 seconds. Process. Process. You are a grown man. You are an adult. I listened to Diener go from badgering to damn near obnoxious, ridiculing your betting or gambling acumen. Process, if you don't say, listen, Mr. Gambling Shamer, degenerate guy, relax. I'm new to the gambling game. Some of your lingo, Drew, I'm not aware of. Catching, pushing, what's I heard him just badgering you, Process, and I'm like, hey, Process, say something. Like, Drew, like, chill out. What was going on with that? Did you hear that, Steve? Did you hear? Right. Uh, yes. If yeah, and of course, process. I don't mean go at Drew, but here, but yeah, but I mean, just like you know what, just say this, say, hey, Drew, just you're badgering me right now, and I'm feeling like you're being very very gamblingly snobbish. But I listen. I've told you I'm new to the gambling game, so bear with me if I make a mistake or two about the point spreads and things like that. Like I'd appreciate if you lightened up a little bit. You don't think that would work? Okay, so self-indulgent. I'd watch I'd watch my Northwest Clarksville High. I'd put it on loop, Steve, over and over and over. I'd be dunking on Jamal McGlure over and over and over. And listen, and y'all would come in there in an hour and you'd be like, are you still looking at the same dunk? I that might give me here's the problem. I thought about action movies, but I'm like, that'll give me a heart attack. It you said what? We were totally trying to fix his game yesterday. It's just like, yeah, if he didn't come out of his breaks a little more, coming back to the quarterback, then he just not gonna turn the corner. Oh, that's the word. Oh, right, and it doesn't matter if it's good advice or not. It's just you leave my kid alone with the advice. No, yeah, I see. I think I think an action movie on a screen that big would literally like drive me. Like my eyes would be looking around corners, and just the violence would probably just like send me into a breakdown or something, a rage. Did process answer the question, by the way? Okay, never mind. Miami's playing? And we get to watch it? We gotta set fantasy leagues, or we gotta set fantasy rosters?
You've got to get it in there, man. Yeah, so get everything set up. Absolutely. So yeah, there is plenty going on tonight. I think I will lean NFL tonight. I think I'll lean NFL tonight, and then move over to kind of flip back and forth a little bit.
You get one quarter. Does the Miami game start before the NFL?
I think so. I think the Miami game is 7:30. So
okay, if Miami's at 7:30,
yeah,
I will watch. I will watch the first half.
Yeah,
because I don't want to go to NFL until it's actually started. Like I don't want to do the pre NFL stuff.
Well, our NFL is at 8:20. Miami is at 8. So yeah, so I'll switch over probably 8:40. Yeah, I'll probably check out though, man. Because look, I've got to see. I've got to watch this Miami thing though.
We
Like
play
I have to
Miami in a
see.
week.
I know next week on ABC. Look, and there is a rumor
And they're all red
going
jerseys.
around. The rumor going around is there's a certain game day show that has their eye on Louisville and Miami.
See,
so
don't get me revved up again. Don't get me revved up again,
I know.
Steve. Because here's how I mean this is, again, it always goes back to half full versus half empty. Who drunk my water? Guy. Because it's like we just watched Lamar Jackson kick off the college football season with his Heisman commercial. A good commercial, a funny commercial. Lamar being Lamar. He even has his necklace on, Steve.
I know.
Comfortably.
That is beautiful.
And you remember how much we worried about him being received by corporate world and him making the adjustment. And we wanted Lamar to be Lamar, and we wanted him to represent Louisville exactly as he is. You know what I'm saying? And and we were worried about him declining the Heisman. And here's the thing. And then we went through the uncomfortable conversation of, he doesn't sound like stereotypical quarterback guy. Like we acknowledge this, but let's not just say he can't ever be a corporate guy, and like I said, he had his hair in his same braids and had his jewelry. He got to be Lamar in the commercial, and it was so comforting, right?
Yeah.
I was personally appreciative that he got to be himself. Everybody got to be themselves, and it was very tastefully done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like I just think they did a good job of covering all the, I want to say the hyper criticisms that occurred during, with something as simple as a commercial. But but listen, this is a big money, like Heisman House is a big money endorsement. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if he got more because he held out.
Possibly.
You think his price tag went up by winning the MVP?
Yeah. The MVP, yes.
Right.
Can I say yes? Yeah.
And think about it. Had he been on the Heisman House last year, he would have had a starter mark.
Yeah.
Like, let's just say he got, $300,000 to do, 2 commercials. You get 2 quick appearances in 2 commercials, right?
Right.
You know what they'd be saying? Oh, okay, well this year we'll give you a bump, we'll give you $400,000 for these 2 commercials.
Yeah.
He could probably go in, like he probably went in there this year, like, to get the MVP on your Heisman House commercial, it's $2 million.
No, I know.
Just by sitting out last year's. Look.
Yeah.
And listen, and that's $2 million per.
Yeah.
Per appearance. Of course I'm just throwing around numbers, but yeah, my point being, seeing him, seeing Louisville, seeing all that advertisement. Of course, I was thinking about the recruits that get to see these Heisman House commercials, get to see cool Lamar, cool Florida Lamar, do his thing, and just gives you that visual and burns that bird right back into your head. You know what I'm saying? It was just around and you said it, around all those football, quote unquote football schools, the Texas Longhorns.
I know. No, it was perfect, man.
It was
awesome. It was a perfect way to start the day and a perfect way to end the show.
Go ahead and hit that play out.
Well. Yeah, we'll go ahead and play out. Yeah, it was good. So
okay, so you're college first, NFL second. What you gonna have for lunch? Is it starting? I got leftover spaghetti. Was that a wet paper bag? Listen, I was thinking about it. I'm like, I'm gonna enjoy the spaghetti. I'm gonna probably add some cheese to it too. It's gonna be so good. People, we will imagine if today's show was this good. Imagine what tomorrow's show is gonna be like. Let's keep it rolling. I might do a nice show just for fun, people. So you better subscribe to the YouTube channel Made for the Ville. As always, 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. YouTube channel, of course, is Made for the Ville. Middays with Marcus Maven on 939 The Ville.